Hey everybody, hope y'all doing well today. This is my second review for episode 2 of Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. The name of the episode is Gone. It is a Michonne heavy episode, and it catches you up on Michonne, after she left. And it starts out though with the walker on fire, and you get the payoff for that fairly quickly, but then you have Michonne doing an interview with the head of the group that you see whenever we last saw her, and what she's done is bring that woman's sister and sister's boyfriend back to her, and they're in a little office building. And where in the hell are they? Where's an office at? But it's an office on wheels. And then Nat comes in, the little short guy, and he's giving them the business because he thinks that the sister had left her sister behind, but that didn't happen. He at the same time, Michonne was trying to get a horse and some stuff because she's just now. It's not long after the last time we saw her. She's just now really trying to find Rick. Anyways, she stays for a night, and then they give her what she needs, and she goes off on her own. And she's makes friends with them and such, but so I've got to do what I've got to do. And the next time that you see her, it's at the scene that they gave us at the end of the main show, where she's in the armor. Although they don't give you, they must have made the scene with her riding, unless I've missed it somehow. They must have just added that just for shits and giggles. But they do have the scene with her riding out to the big horde of walkers and shooting the I think he calls them scream stick. It's one of Nat's inventions. Sort of like a missile shotgun type thing, and it blows up a bunch of walkers, and they're they're running towards it. And she does another, but with her second one, she hits a walker that's covered in gas cans, and the walker explodes. Well, she turns around because there's also this great big flash of light, and Nat and the ones she saved and a few more have come to join up with her. So, she's kind of got a little traveling group, sort of like our main group on the main show when they traveled. And then they must be getting pretty close to the CRM because they're going through a town, and the CRM helicopter attacks them with chlorine. Now, you might be able to survive chlorine gas, but it's going to take you years to get back to any functional level. The gas, here kills a lot of them, and it does, our main 4 people here, it does weaken them greatly. The 2 people Michonne saved, they die, and Nat and Michonne barely make it. But yeah, and the only reason I know anything about the chlorine, well, there's 2 reasons. Because one place I worked at the sewer plant sometimes, and they purified the fecal water with chlorine gas. And the guy I worked with always said, if something happens to this, you've got a few seconds to get somewhere safe because it will set your lungs on fire. And I mean, also World War One, they used mustard gas and chlorine gas and all that. You know, if it didn't kill you, it scarred your lungs so badly. You're not fighting people. I mean, you're disabled for the duration of the rest of your lives. So I love Michonne, and great character, but she would be more like Madison in Fear the Walking Dead. I mean, at least with that they did do, like, I don't know how she would have survived, period, but at least they did it where it made a little more sense. I know you can't have Michonne running around with an oxygen mask on all the time. The fact that they do have her at least do an oxygen nose is at least better than what they could have done. The stories about Nat's dad or stepdad, I thought that was pretty good. Michonne looking for Rick around that boat, it's kind of silly. I mean, yeah, if that's where you think he is, I could see looking around, but I don't know. It just seems a little silly. Yeah, I thought this one was about 95% as good as the first, and not because it's Michonne's, because I enjoyed Michonne a lot. It's just that there was, the first one just had so much stuff in it. It's hard to fit as much into the second one. I do like that it caught us up to last episode, with Nat and Michonne, blowing up Rick's helicopter, and Rick and Michonne, having that kiss, and Nat dying, that sucks, but I mean, he is very opinionated, and he is a lot like myself in ways, because they would probably kill my ass, because I would tell them what I thought about their shit, and yeah, but Rick trying to tell her when the helicopters came, you can't be you. That makes so much sense because they would fuck that up in a hurry, and they wouldn't want that. I mean, they've already had Rick, and it's just too much trouble for me. It would be kind of funny if Michonne cut off her hand and then they had matching hands cut off, or maybe the opposite hands so they could still hold hands. But yeah, I like Michonne's little lies, to get in there. Sort of like, she never had to deal with the Commonwealth. So it's sort of like her and Rick both getting in there, sort of like their version of the Commonwealth. But, yeah. I really hope these keep up the quality. I mean, we only have 4 more, but I've really enjoyed the first 2. I like that Jadis comes in right at the end. But yeah, I can't wait until next week. It's crazy to think though next week we'll already be halfway through this. I do hope that it gets at least a second season, because I still don't feel like they can fit everything into one. And maybe they can do it like a lot of the people I watched that review them have said, take a couple of years to do the second one. And, make it good. And, I mean, you've done very well on this, so they could do that. And then maybe the year after that, have one where all these shows mix together. And then end the universe in this way. Then maybe, if you want to keep The Walking Dead up, you could start a whole other version of it. You know, have them in Australia, have them in South America, have them in Africa, have them. You could do so much with it, and not have to worry about everybody's characters that they care about. And or you could do animated, where you can do a whole lot and you don't have to have the people there to do it. Anyways, hope y'all enjoy. We will see you all next week.